Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, it doesn't get much better than this. Today I am at K1 Speed with AJ. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Let's talk about what you guys do. Look at this. Just incredible. So much fun. But walk me through the whole gambit.
Yeah, so when you come in, you sign up for your races. There will be a waiver you sign and everything like that. And you basically pick your race package. You want to do one race, multiple races. Walk-ins are generally our main, sale. A lot of people just kind of come on in and buy races. I mean,
you can just buy races.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And they stay on your account forever until you use them, of course. So for every race you get credits. Each race, costs a certain amount of credits. So that gets done right at the front desk here. Once that's done, you get your name called up to get in helmets, get in carts, and race.
It can be a little intimidating.
A little bit.
But you guys have a little something for everyone. What do you do when you have a newbie?
For new drivers, we usually start them off on our level 2, which is still pretty quick, but it kind of gives everybody a good feel for the carts, the track, how everything's going to handle, how they'll handle it. We've done a really good job here training up our guys to know and see the signs like, okay, this person knows what they're doing, this person doesn't know what they're doing, so they can kind of adjust speed accordingly per cart.
Perfect. And what all do you guys offer?
So we do offer corporate events, birthday parties, pretty much anything in between. If you're looking to just kind of come up here with a couple buddies, or even bachelor parties we've done.
That'd be fun.
So we do have a party room as well as arcade. So we do have a few amenities for people looking to either do birthday parties or even facility rentals.
Okay, so if somebody was interested in having a party here, what does that process look like with you guys?
So you would contact our event coordinator, Alyssa.
Oh, you have an event coordinator.
Sure do. Yep.
Booyah.
Sure do. She kind of handles all of that, whether it be through email, phone call, text message, whatever, best form of contact, really. And, people will work with her to kind of, get what is suited for them and their party. Sometimes we get parties of 50 plus, sometimes we get parties of 5. So, really she works with the party to kind of cater to exactly what they need. So they have everything that they need.
All right, so this is Living Local Carolina. What do you have to offer the locals?
Yep, so during our primetime season, which is our summer season, we do offer local discounts. And then during our off season, we do actually bring our prices down a little bit. So it's a little bit more affordable for the locals. I know a lot of locals have been pretty appreciative of that through our first season. So, and we also do offer racing leagues for all the locals. So our leagues are about 10 weeks long with a 1-week break in the middle. And it's based off of a point standing. So you go out, you get first place, you get a certain amount of points. First, second, third, fourth, all the way down has points. I think if there's a 12-person race, 12th is like you get 2 points. So, you're always getting some type of points in a race. But obviously the better you do, the more points you're gonna get. We do offer trophies, prizes. We do weekly prizes, little knickknacks here and there. But usually we do like fastest time of the week. We'll give like a t-shirt or a hat or something like that of their choice. So we're gearing up for it and we're excited for it.
Very exciting.
Yep.
Okay, run me through your hours, and you guys are open rain or shine.
Yes, we are open rain or shine, specifically on the rain part. We are open noon to 10 every day. Our off-season hours are coming up, so they might shrink a little bit, but not too much. Our website will show all of our hour changes and everything like that.
Are you one of those people who goes slow in the left lane?
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, we have got our apron on today because we are at the Art Museum of Myrtle Beach. I'm joined by Colin. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Let's go ahead and get into it. What are we doing today?
So today we have these stuffed paper sculptures of musical instruments. It's inspired by our exhibit, Lifting Black Voices. We have one of the galleries in the show has an entire gallery full of paintings and artwork that is inspired by jazz and music. So this is a pretty simple project, but still it gives you really cool results. So the first step for this is you're going to print out either some type of musical instrument, it could be whatever you'd like. We have some tubas here. And after you print them out, you're going to cut them out. And then you're going to get another sheet of paper and you're going to trace the outline of the instrument.
Okay.
So you just go around. And this, it doesn't have to be nice and neat. You can do it a little quick, you can do a little sketchy, which I like to do.
I'm very focused right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said it didn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, sketching it takes a lot of focus, more focus than you think.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, once you have that all sketched out, you'll end up cutting it out.
Okay.
But thankfully, we already have these two examples already cut out.
Yay!
So yeah,
I can skip that step. Yay! Okay.
So yeah, once you cut them out, you will have, of course, two pieces of paper. And what you want to do is first staple half the papers together. So I did it kind of a little strategic spot so we can still kind of have some areas where we can end up stuffing the paper in there. So I did some like at the top, and I just did some of the sides too, leaving openings up here and also here at the bottom as well. But after you get it stapled together, you get to decorate it. And
Okay.
of course, this is completely up to the artist how you would want to decorate it, using whatever colors, whatever types of patterns. Completely up to you.
Let's do it. Well, today we are getting messy. I am at Studio 4319. I'm with Michelle. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better now that I'm here, if I'm being honest.
Great. Well, you know.
We have had so much fun this afternoon. We have been creating and getting messy, and this is what you do every day.
Every day, all day.
All the time.
It is my favorite thing ever.
Tell me about your job and what you do.
Well, we have, it's an art studio, art playground. We have classes from 18 months all the way up to adult classes, 18 months to 101. We teach Mommy and Me classes. All of our classes are process-based art. So that means that we're not focused on the end result. We're about the process. So even with the kids, they get really stuck on that. It has to be perfect. But when you take that pressure off and say we're just focusing on the process, it takes away that perfectionist feeling and that, you know, it's okay if it doesn't look amazing at the end because everything that happened in the process was so much better.
That's the art.
Yes. Frame Your Beach. So this is a resin, and we used a variety of supplies. We have shells, this is some kind of jewelry string, and then epoxy resin is something that you would normally see that people are doing in molds. They go on the tumbler cups now. These things are epoxy resin. So now that will be permanently frozen in that position on your frame from the resin, because tomorrow it'll be hard as a rock.
And the mermaid cannot swim.
And the mermaid will be right there forever. And then you also made this beautiful coaster with some glitter and your name, and Miguel made this beautiful bowl that he's going to get to put up. And here's some other things that are the more traditional uses for resin in the arty and crafting world, but this is just kind of a next level, really more what I love because it's combining the art with the resin.
This was therapeutic for me,
Very
if
much,
I'm being
absolutely.
honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you probably come across that quite a bit with people
Absolutely.
who come take classes
oh,
here.
yeah, it is very therapeutic.
Where can people find out more information about your classes?
My website is studio4319.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and my number is 843-400-3045. We have it all. It's really amazing.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, today we're gonna learn some stuff. I'm joined by money coach Dana Wolf. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. You're gonna talk to me about the major components of a healthy financial plan today.
Correct.
What are they? Where do
Good
we
question.
begin?
Good question, Katie. So there are 4 things that you really need to know about your financial health. I mean, we all go to the doctors once a year for a regular checkup, right? So we need to check our financial health as well. So we need to start off with the question, do we have a financial plan? Do we have a monthly plan like a budget? Do you have an estate plan like your wills and things like that? That's all part of your financial life. You're going to be dealing with money from the day you're born until the day you die. So having that estate plan, having a financial plan, do we need a debt reduction plan because we're in debt and we have goals that we want to meet? Do we have a tax reduction plan because we owe the IRS money or the South Carolina money, right? So that's the first section. The second section goes into what I want to call the funding, the things that we're going to fund in the future, all right? So we need to fund college education for our children. Maybe we need a wedding fund. Maybe we have some long-term goals like retiring at the age of 55, and so we want to fund our retirement. So that's another segment of your financial life. The third section would be more along the lines of legacy building.
Okay.
Are we teaching our children about finances? Because that's a huge one, okay? Are we teaching our children about our finances? Are we giving our financial wealth and building a community that we're leaving a legacy, where we're using our money for the good? So those are the first 3. And then the fourth thing is insurance. There are so many different types of insurance out there, and you really have to ask yourself, do I have the right insurance? Do I need insurance? Do I have homeowners or auto, renters? Do I have life insurance? Do I have health insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance? And there's so many out there that you really have to look at them each year and say, do I have the right coverage? Do I need more coverage? Things of that nature. So there's 4 different little pots, okay? So we've got our planning for the future pot, where we're funding things for the future. We have our now pot, and then we have our legacy pot, and then the insurances that we need to make sure that we're covered.
And you were saying this sort of thing, you should do a little checkup every
You
year.
do.
How do you do that?
It's the same way with going to your doctor, right? So at the first of the year, you might look back and say to yourself, where did my money go? Or you may do that on April 15th when you're doing your taxes, right?
Yep.
But pick a time of the year. When it comes to insurance, for example, if you know your registration is due in June and your insurance is due in June, you want to start looking 30, 60 days prior to that at your automobile insurance. Do you have the right coverage? Maybe we want to change our coverage because we have an emergency fund, and so we can change our deductible, get a lower premium if we're looking at it. Anytime there is a life change in your family, if you have a new child, if you get married, if you move, as you're turning 65, there are different things when it comes to health insurance that you have to be, paying attention to. So it has to be something that works for your schedule. Don't try to look at your finances the day before you go on vacation. But pick something, whether it's the first of the year so that you can take a look back and you can say, oh, this is where I was, this is where I want to be this year. Maybe it's over a long holiday weekend where you're just sitting around and you're like, okay, July is almost over. I got 6 months to the end of the year. Where am I? Am I meeting my goals? Do I need to change things? Do I need to change my plan? And when it comes to teaching our children, that's an everyday thing that has to happen all the time.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.